and action. In this video, I wanted to talk about karma and my GTR that I just got recently. So, I have been trying a lot of different sports cars over the years and been having fun with it, And whenever I purchase a sports car, I almost drive it like I know that I'm going to pass it on to another owner. I don't really hold them long. The longest I ever held a sports car was about maybe 5 years, and that was the C706 that I had for a while. But most of my cars, I drive them, I sell them, and I pass it on, usually for a very low price. And I'll tell you why I do it that way. When I sell a car, it's like I get the full value and enjoyment out of the car when I'm driving it, and I feel like the next driver should get that same enjoyment and not pay that price, that hefty price that sometimes I would have to pay. And I'm hoping in the future that when I'm dealing with this person that bought the car, if they have a car, they'll pass on a good deal to me in the future. And that's how I always think about it. I always think about karma, karma. Do good onto someone and hopefully it gets returned back to you. That's what I believe. And I've sold a lot of great cars. Some of them I barely driven for really good prices. And I continue to do that. And my most recent sale was that C706, the 2015 one that I had for a very long time, and I really enjoyed that car. And a friend of mine was asking to buy it, and finally I said okay, and I gave it to him for a very low price, and he was happy. I was going to the gym one day, and a friend of mine stopped me. His name is Gary, and he goes, hey man, he started talking to me about cars and things like that, and he goes, I have a friend of mine, his friend had a GTR and was interested in selling it to him. And oh wow, that's cool. I love the GTRs. I even went to Japan. Watch one of my videos here about searching for GTRs in Japan. I said, man, that's cool. Great. And he said, oh, for this price. And I said, wow, that's a really good price. And then he said, at the moment, he's not going to be able to purchase it, right? It wasn't the right time for him. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he goes, are you interested? He was asking me, and I go, yeah, I'm interested, but that's a very low price. And, I don't want to move in on your deal. But he said, no, it's okay. Let me give him a call. So I went on to exercise. I was doing my shoulder press, and he started calling the person, and they talked. And he goes, do you want to see the car? Here's the person's number. And I was like, sure, I love the GTRs. I've driven them before, the R35, and I love the car. And we set it up. I met the person, and it was the right time for her to sell it. It was a really great price. I test drove the vehicle. It ran really well, very low miles, under 13,000 miles for a 2014. That's incredible. And I was like, wow, this is a good deal. And really, it came to my mind. I was like, karma. Here's a good deal coming my way this time, right? And I, when opportunity knocks, even though I wasn't really ready, I was gonna purchase a car in 2023 because I believe that the car prices are going down. And I was waiting. I had my money ready, but hey, when opportunity knocks, right? Sometimes you gotta go to the door and answer it. So I told her after driving it just for a few minutes, I was like, I'm interested. I want the car. Let's do it. And it was not an impulse decision because I took some time to think about it along the way. And I was like, you know what? This is a really great price. And I'm going to enjoy this car. I'm going to drive it. And so far, I've owned it already for about maybe 2.5, 3 weeks. I really enjoy the car. I'm glad I got it. It's always been on my bucket list to get a GTR. I was actually interested in getting an R34. But hey, R35, man. Godzilla. And it's everything that Godzilla is. I'm really enjoying driving it right now. I'm putting some miles on it. I'm daily driving it, which is good. You should drive your cars and enjoy them. And karma. Sometimes opportunity knocks. Pass it forward. It'll come back to you. Treat people good. That's what I believe in. Treat people fair. Never judge a book by its cover. and it'll come back to you. I really do believe that. So I'm enjoying this GTR. I think karma brought this one to me, and I'm very, very thankful for that.